Hi guys, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Go Detecting, episode 32. On this one I had a phone call from a friend and fellow detectorist, Pistol Pete, who was having some concerns over some settings on his Golden Mask 5 Plus. So we decided to go out, do some tests in his backyard with a range of detectors. We used the XP Deus, we used the Golden Mask 4 Pro, the Golden Mask 5 Plus, the CTX 3030 and the Garrett Ace 250. He did have a Fisher 75, but it just wasn't playing ball today. So I went over there. He had a backyard, didn't have any grass, so he had a tub set up with pipes that he'd been using. The soil had settled for a week or two, and we thought, yeah, we'll give it a go with a tub test. There was a lot of interference from local satellites and underground pipes, as you would get, but as tub tests go, it was okay. So enjoy the video. Hope you like it. Before, it may be, people might think, oh, it's bias or one way or the other. Honestly, it isn't. I love the XP Deus. Pete has his CTX 3030, but we both enjoy the Golden Masks as well. His main concern was the Golden Mask 5 Plus. He found the discrimination depth setting gave him some funny signals out in the field, and he found the discrimination depth setting is 0 to 15, and when you get closer to 15, Roman bronzes come in as iron. When you go closer to 0, Roman bronzes give a really good positive signal, but so do iron. So he was either digging constantly good signals which weren't good signals, or he was missing possibly and potentially really good signal, really good finds, because they were given bad signals. So through playing around in his tub, we found out that actually for that soil and that setup in his tub, depth discrimination 5 was the best. It gave a reasonable signal on the bronze, and could also identify the iron. So read into that what you will, but I hope you enjoy it. Few detectors tested. We are going to do a proper land test when I get back from the holes. Pete's going to come over. We're going to get out on a field or in my garden. We're going to dig some holes and actually do these tests again on the field rather than in a tub test, because I know the Deus is better than it was in that tub, way better. And to be fair, the Golden Masks didn't fare too well in the tub either. So hope you enjoyed the video. Watch it. I'll shut up now so you can have a look, and I'll catch you at the next one. Okay, bye now. Right, good morning guys. You can see Pistol Pete there in the background, one of my detecting friends. He's invited me over because he's been doing some tests in his backyard with a few detectors, and some of the results were a little bit strange, let's say. So we brought the video camera down so we can have a go and have a look at what's happening. The detectors we've got on show today, as you can see, quite a few. We have the GM5 Plus, we've got the Garrett Ace 250, the XP Deus, the Golden Mask 4 Pro, and we have the Minelab CTX 3030, and we also have a Fisher 75. So let's have a look at Pete's setup, because he's only got a backyard, and I know a lot of people on YouTube do tub tests, so I know some people don't like them, but let's just see how the different machines cope with them. So we've got a tub of soil, we've got holes at 3 inches, 6 inches, 8 inches, 10, 12 and 13. Okay, what we're going to be using for the test are these. We've got a rusty nail, a bronze Roman coin, and a cut hammered. Alright, and we're just going to start nice and easy, not wanting to trick any machines, just at 3 inches and see how they cope. Okay, so Golden Mask 5 Plus, you can see the settings there. Okay, so it's at 18 kHz, bitonal, ground balance is at 49, gain on 0, threshold to 22, and the power box we've got on low. And if you notice there's a bit of iron on the disc rim. Okay, right. So Pete's just going to ground balance it to make sure and go over the soil so you can see that there's no surprises in there.
Manual ground balance.
Manual ground balance.
Click the button. Absolutely nothing.
absolutely zero signals. There you go.
Okay, out the ground balance.
Right, so we're going to do rusty nail in at 3 inches. So this should be the iron signal. There you go. So with a golden mask, sometimes you get that good ring, but it has a little burpy fart of iron coming through. You don't dig those. So we will try the cut half. There's the cut half going in. Okay, so we'd expect a nice high tone signal on this one.
Turn it the right way.
There you go. Oh. See the difference? Well, there's still a little bit of... that's better, yeah. Better signal. Now the Roman bronze. So again, there's good signal most of the time with the odd little burp. So I don't know, if you're using the golden mask, you may want to just sometimes dig the odd one if there's the odd burp or the odd fart in there, but majority are good. You want to be digging those.
I have had a problem with discrimination depth.
Yes, let's have a look at this discrim depth. Do you want to change it? What have you got it set on now? If you're a
going to disc depth.
There you go.
It is actually on 5
set
at the minute.
5.
The default is 10.
Do you want to try it on the default? Because that's what most users are going to use then.
We will try it on there.
There you're watching. He's going to put it up to 10.
It's now up to 10.
Right, so this is the preset default setting on the GM.
On a small Roman.
On a small Roman.
At 3 inches.
At 3 inches. See, that signal would be you wouldn't bother, would you?
It's actually saying on the actual screen.
Let's have a
Come and have a look. It's actually saying -10, and the actual bar, it's just jumping all over. It's telling me that that's an iron signal.
That's like an iron signal on a Roman bronze at 3 inches.
The other thing is that I found is if you turn it right down to 2.
Let's have a look. So we're going to do discrim mode.
Discrim mode again.
Discrim depth, sorry.
Discrim depth, yeah.
Down
and I turn it down to 2.
Now the discrim depth, when you read the manual, it says that the lower the number, the closer to the coil it discriminates.
Okay.
And the higher the number, the further away it discriminates. So.
Right.
This is
still got the standard discrimination up to iron. It's on 0.
We've changed nothing but discrim depth.
So we've only changed discrim depth.
Yeah.
Okay. We've still got the Roman coin at
3 inches,
3
bronze
inches.
coin, yeah. That's given us very similar signal to before.
It's given us a better audio tone.
Better audio, yeah. Oh yeah, I can hear that. Better audio tone. So let's try it with
iron.
The iron.
But what happens
because one of the problems Pete found when he was doing his test, that's the iron nail going in, was unfortunately when you change discrim depth, look at that on iron.
Still getting a good signal.
Gets a really good signal on the iron. So we had to play around in practice beforehand, and we found that a discrim depth of about 5 worked much better in this tub test. I suggest if you're going to be using a GM5 Plus, you get out in your garden, backyard, and you do some tests. Test with iron, hammered or silver coins if you can, bronzes if you've got them, and just find out which discrim depth works best for you. And it may change on different soil types as well, but that is just quite a fascinating test, I think, on the GM5 Plus in particular, that just by changing discrim depth from preset, that was given iron as a good signal at 3 inches, because Pete said he went out and he was on a field and he was just getting good signals everywhere. The only thing he changed was the discrim depth. He wasn't getting any iron, and it was picking up all the iron signals as good signals. So something to be careful of, I think, for any Golden Mask 5 Plus users. Okay, if you could comment on the video if you're a Golden Mask 5 Plus user and let us know if you've tried anything like that, and if you've got an answer or a solution or any reasons maybe why, we'd appreciate it. Yeah? Happy, Pete?
Happy, mate.
Right, Golden Mask 4 Pro.
This is actually
Got the small coil.
Dave's machine.
Yeah. And if we just waft it over the tub.
Oh, we are getting a bit of...
Oh, hang on, let me turn down.
Oh, no,
I did a bit of ground balancing. Yeah,
There we are.
okay. So no signals over there. So let's try it with rusty nail at 3 inches. So this should be grunty low burps.
Definitely wouldn't dig that. Coil a bit straight out. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, those grunts and burps, you don't dig those. So yeah, definite iron.
That's alright.
Okay, let's put the cut half in. Yeah, cut halves in.
Cut half down.
So this should be a higher, clear pitch with no grunts, hopefully. And there's still that little grunt there, isn't there? Yeah, there's no iron in that tub. Now obviously, like I say, this is a tub test, not a ground test. I will do one in my garden at some point over the summer. So this is the bronze Roman coin. Let's see what a bronze Roman coin at 3 inches.
Same depth, 3 inches, yeah.
Yeah. And still you're getting that iron buzz coming through. Now the settings...
Can I just show you something?
Yeah.
We'll just take the Roman out and over the coil.
Yeah. So this is an air test, Roman bronze. See the difference?
Nice.
That's what it should be. That's what it should be.
Nice
when it's in the soil and there's nothing there. Can we just do a one with enough? Look, there's no iron there. There's no iron there in the soil. As soon as we put the bronze in, you're getting the burps. You're getting the high tones, but you're getting those little burps and pumps in between the farts. So
it's coming in as an iron tone, isn't it?
yeah,
more or less.
it's that for me would normally be in the field a non-digger. Now the settings, got the ground balance round at about just between 8 and 9, power up on 7, audio frequency about 6, and I've got the discrimination level just on about 2.5, between 2 and 3. And I've got it on full multi-tones and on manual ground balance. So again, if there's any Golden Mask experts out there that could make any suggestions on what could improve that, I'd be very much appreciated. Okay, we'll see you on the next detector. Okay.
What software you use to make the videos?
Yeah. So, as you can see, I've got the XP Deus on the ultimate program. The ground balance on the soil is 90, so it's set at 90, so the ground balances are matching up. On this test, it is a bit chattery. We're in a backyard, and we know the Deus doesn't like gaps and airs in soil, so whether it will work well on the pipes, we don't know. But you can hear there's no real tones in the soil. It's chattering away. It's on full tones, so it chatters anyway, but there's no real signals. Okay, I'll hand the detector over to Pete, and we'll put the iron nail in. Apologies for the camera work there, guys. Got the iron nail in, so that should be definite iron signal. Definite iron.
Definite iron.
So now we try the cut half hammered. Cut half hammered in, and it should be a much higher pitch. Now that is coming up. Iron signal readings not even on. It's 0, 0, and the ground balance is 91. We've got it set at 90, so the ground balance is good. But that's a cut half at 3 inches in the tub. Try the Roman bronze.
Whoops.
Oh, that was me getting too close to the camera. So this is the Roman bronze. Again, irony tone. Yet if we take them out of the tub and do the air tests, this is what it should be like. What is going on? Go over the tub with nothing in again, Pete, just to show. Yeah, there's chatter there, but nothing that should really you should be picking up this when it's in the tub. Very strange. Okay, we'll try the next detector. Hey guys, my beginners, and it is very popular with beginners, the Garrett Ace 250. You don't really have to ground balance them, you just adjust the sensitivity and things. So let's have a look, Pete. Is there any signals over there?
No, nothing. Not a jot.
Quiet as a mouse.
I'll just show you it works, because I'll put it over the drain.
So it's picking up the drain, nothing over the tub.
Nothing over here.
Alright, let's get the first signal in, which is the rusty nail. So on the Garrett, rusty nails should be a grunt. Let's hear them. Oh no. That's it. That signal's all over the place. Oh, there you go. Definitely wouldn't be digging that low do iron. Let's try the hammered coin. So this is a cut hammered. This, oh, hang on. Why is the machine going nuts?
Don't know.
Check that out again. What is going on? Did this before. Power off. Tried to reset it.
Yeah, reset it.
Ooh. That sometimes is a battery connection. I'll check the battery connection and we'll get back to you.
I'll just check.
Right, we're back in business. It was just a dodgy battery. Yeah. I've got the sensitivity up quite high, but knock the sensitivity down one. Right. Oh, honestly, this is why I dumped the Garrett. There's nothing in that tub and it's going all over the place.
I'm down to half sensitivity.
Half sensitivity.
And it's still working.
Okay, so we've got the Garrett Ace 250 again after we sorted out some of the issues. We've reduced the sensitivity. As you can see, nothing over the soil at all. No signals. We'll try the rusty nail in.
Rusty nail.
Oh, and that sensitivity is too low to get that. Oh. Yeah, it's picking up the rusty nail. Right, should we try the cut half? We've had to reduce the sensitivity just because of the amount of interference in the backyard.
I think we will struggle with this line.
Bit of a jittery machine for some reason today. Yeah. Try that with the cut half.
Nothing.
Yeah, do you want to just up the sensitivity one little fraction? Yeah. See if it goes nuts again. There you go. But so cut halves, not too grand. Should we try the Roman bronze?
Yeah. There you go.
So this is a Roman bronze at 3 inches. So that's jumping from sort of in the bronze to foil, bronze to iron. Bizarre. This tub's turning all the machines into wanting like a bit of iron. Okay, on to the next. Right, and now we're on to the mighty Minelab CTX 3030, which we thought would be a bit too sensitive out here, but actually it's okay. So Pete's going to talk us through the settings.
Right, basically I'm in 50 conductive tones. Okay. The sensitivity is on 26. Okay. I've got my gain on about 26 as well. Like I say, I'm in conductive. I'm actually in all metal there. I'll knock it out of all metal, just put in a disc scream, and you'll see a small bit of disc scream in the bottom right hand corner and along the bottom. It's very hard to see. But for the purpose of this, I'll put it in all metal so you do pick up the iron tone. Okay. You've got to remember that iron will come in as a high tone on this because it's 50 conductive. So your high conductors come in with a low floaty tone and your iron comes in with a high tone.
Do the air test to this. So air test.
Yeah.
That's the iron. There's the iron nail. Whereas a silver coin would be like this. It's like an orchestra. So the iron's a higher tone and the silver is the low tone. So just to prove the ground balance, nothing there.
I have noise cancelled it, so...
He has noise cancelled it.
Very rare. You get another thing. I'll noise cancel it again for you.
Yeah. Noise cancelling. I am not a CTX user, so I don't know what that means, but if you're out there and you do, fantastic.
Just stops EMI interference.
Right. We do have a lot of satellite dishes up here that could affect the EMI and
Really
drains. As you can see, there's a drain there and a drain there, which could be an issue, but there you go.
Okay.
Right.
Tweet.
So iron first. We'll pop the iron nail in first.
Iron nail in.
So we're expecting a high, that kind of sound when it goes in the ground.
High because we're in 50 conductive tones, it's actually opposite.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Picking up the iron, not a problem.
picking up the iron 3 inches, no problem.
Half hammered.
Half hammered. This is a fluty tone. I'll show you.
Oh, I love that sound.
Okay. 3 inches again.
There you go. No doubts you would dig that.
A digger all day.
So we're going to go for the Roman bronze.
The Roman bronze.
Which on all the other machines
Yeah.
gave quite an irony grunt. This is it on the CTX. Again, nice fluty tone.
Okay. Same hole, 3 inches again. The digger all day.
Digger all day. So there you go, Pete. CTX works well on his tub, which actually, when I first spoke to Pete, he said no way would it work with the EMI outside. All the other machines seem to struggle a bit.
Yeah.
You know, we've tried, just to remind you, the Golden Mask 5 Plus, Garrett Ace 250, the Golden Mask 4 Pro, and the Deus. We're not going to bother with the Fisher. We tried earlier, and
very sensitive.
It was too sensitive in here and not strong enough to pick up some of the signals with the tiny coil on. So it was a tub test. We are in a backyard. There is a lot of EMI around with signals like that, but just if you're out there and you're going to do some tests, please be aware of some of the changes, especially with that Golden Mask 5 Plus, with that disc rim depth and how it made iron a good signal the lower the numbers went. But when you go high, you know, it affected it as well, and we found the best way for it to be was around about 5, yet the presetting was a 10, so just be careful guys when you're out there. And as for the best machine on tub tests, at 3 inches with iron cut half and a Roman bronze, well, the most expensive one, the CTX 3030, won it today, but you know, we'd like to try them out in the field sometime. Pete's given me a bronze Roman. I've got hammered coins at home and I've got plenty of iron, so hopefully as well, next video to come you might see in a few weeks when I get bored, if the farmers' fields are being planted and I can't go on, I'll do some field tests with the machines, maybe with Pete out in a field somewhere, so we can use all the machines again and show you that. Okay, thanks for watching Go Detecting guys, and we'll catch you on the next. Oh, and Pete, thanks to you as well.
Thanks very much.
Alright guys, take care.